How are you going to enforce it?
The mayor is not talking about the plan to bring in more revenue for the cash-strapped city, but people who have worked even a day in Detroit certainly are. 7 Action News reporter New Prakash explains how the city is hoping to collect much-needed money thanks to a decades-old law.
The city says this law has been on the books since the 60s, but officials say they're going to start enforcing it now. That has a lot of people asking how.
Definitely frustrated.
Tammy Heath is manager at Nature's Nook in Ferndale. The flower shop is made up of 5 people, and every day Heath says it's a struggle for survival.
With the economy, we have more competition now from grocery stores.
About 80% of business done by Nature's Nook comes from deliveries it makes to Detroit. Now doing business there just got more expensive. As part of the city's tax amnesty program, anyone who owes back income taxes has a chance to pay without penalty. But it also includes all non-residents who spend any time working in Detroit and make more than $600 in a year. They too are now required to pay income taxes to the city regardless of where their employer is located. People like accountants, entertainers, lawyers, even delivery drivers.
And if we have to keep raising prices for our customers, we're just going to lose more customers.
The cash-strapped city hopes to generate $4 million new dollars. Heath estimates Nature's Nook does $100 grand in deliveries to Detroit. The city says it would owe 1.2% of that, or $1,200.
You know, every penny counts. And how would they enforce it?
We wondered the same thing, so we took action for you. How are you going to enforce it? Anything you can tell us about the program? But Detroit Mayor Dave Bing would not answer our questions. What can you tell us about how you're going to enforce it, Mr. Mayor? A spokesman for the mayor told me Bing doesn't know the specifics and therefore wouldn't be talking about it. It's the mayor who was quoted in the news release, so he should be able to answer that. Instead, they sent us to Detroit's finance director, so I asked her how the city could possibly enforce this.
It would be impossible for us to identify all of those people, but again, income tax is self-assessing and self-reporting. So each individual is responsible for paying the correct amount of tax, and once we find out that you don't, then we will aggressively pursue you and use all actions we can to collect.
Don't you worry that this will actually deter people from wanting to do business in the city?
The amount of tax is actually very small on any individual. As I said, for a non-resident, it's only 1.2%, and that is only applied to the amount of earnings they have within the city.
Maybe they'll change their mind, but I'm not going to count on it.
Anu Prakash, 7 Action News.
Finance Director Cheryl Johnson says the city will notify outside businesses that it knows of about this tax and will use collection agencies if necessary. The tax amnesty program runs from January 22nd to February 16th. We asked how much it would cost the city to enforce this law. Johnson says she doesn't know, but claims it will be far less than the amount she expects to bring into the city.